In a creative twist, young people in China have initiated a virtual child rearing game online. Participants open a bank account, pretend to have a child, and deposit money monthly for essential expenses like education and living costs. They would then use these savings in the future, such as traveling after retirement. This lady said a novel savings method termed pretend saving has been discovered. In one instance, a person saved over 3,000 yuan in 74 days by pretending to be pregnant and saving for related expenses. This method extends to various scenarios, including pretend relationships, travel, pet ownership, and even having a second child. The concept of pretend saving involves imagining oneself in different life scenarios, such as pregnancy, and setting aside money for all the imagined expenses, creating a savings fund for future use. This is the concept behind pretend saving, devised by a young individual named Xiaoding. Although just in her early 20s, unmarried and not pregnant, Xiaoding successfully saved over 3,000 yuan in 74 days by simulating pregnancy expenses and plans to continue until her fictional due date. She's also continued to pretend raising the child after birth and then used this money as her retirement savings. This unconventional saving approach, where individuals imagine themselves in different life scenarios to save money, is gaining attention among Chinese youth. The current unemployment crisis partly drives this shift from a live-for-the-moment attitude to a focus on saving, compelling young people to find innovative ways to navigate the economic challenges. The trend of pretend saving has gained traction on social media, leading to a surge in bloggers who simulate pregnancy to save money. This unique and practical method of saving has inspired others facing similar financial challenges to adopt this approach. Another trend, the script saving method, involves role-playing different characters to motivate saving. This has become especially addictive among those who enjoy saving for specific role-play scenarios, like parenting or retirement. One blogger gained popularity by embodying a character from the animation series Big Ears Tutu and saving money according to the storyline. In just 1 month, she attracted 40,000 followers, demonstrating the power of creative saving money methods. The same blogger set up scenarios and choices, such as rewarding her pretend son, Tutu, for good behavior on his first day at kindergarten. Though the money wasn't spent on actual rewards, it was saved in the name of parenting, turning a fictional narrative into real savings. So here we have a few choices of snacks. Number A, corn chips 8 yuan. B, Haagen-Dazs ice cream 20 yuan. C, Guai Guai brand soft drink 5 yuan. D, dumpling 15 yuan. The blogger said that her tutu likes all of the above. Therefore, if you are feeling rich today, you can buy or save all of the above. If not, then just pick one. In another post, she wrote, "Tomorrow is Friday, and in order to welcome the weekend, I decided to buy some nice food at the supermarket. I went around for 1 full hour and bought 2 huge buns and 1 pack of facial masks to reward myself for a full week of hard work. When I was carrying these things home, I suddenly felt hungry. I looked at the time and decided to buy some dinner. My choices are A, stinky tofu, 10 yuan, B, hot oil noodle, 12 yuan, C, 3 delicacy dumplings, 15 yuan, and D, Kung Pao chicken over rice, 18 yuan. The blogger wrote, "In the end, I picked the stinky tofu." The blogger continued her savings journey with daily choices like deciding what to eat and converting these imagined expenses into savings. She then creatively utilizes a story plot of snobbish parent of Tutu's friend in order to save more money. Beyond this, numerous social media users have shared their versions of pretend scenarios for saving money, such as owning imaginary pets or living a luxurious lifestyle like billionaire CEO. All these imaginary expenses in the script then become savings. There were many stories and scenarios to choose from, making saving money fun and creative. To save money, some young people are going to great lengths, such as using a metal piggy bank that only allows deposits. This item has taken online shopping platform by storm. So, what happens when you need to take the money out? You literally have to resort to using a metal saw to cut open the piggy bank. Beyond finding ways to save money, many are now seeking ways to reduce expenses. Recently, a novel approach of secluding oneself in university has sparked extensive discussions on social media platforms like Weibo and Xiaohongshu, challenging conventional views on frugality. The individual retook the college entrance exams, scoring over 500 points, and enrolled in a university in Kunming, where he now lives a secluded, laid-back life on campus. The university's seclusion is characterized by low living cost, with affordable accommodation in a 4-person dormitory at 1,200 yuan per year, and economical meals at the university cafeteria supplemented by various street food options. The lifestyle offers flexibility. The individual can attend classes when interested, skip them if not, participate in club activities to meet people, or simply keep to a small circle of dorm mates if they prefer solitude. The freedom to manage time as they wish, including the option to leave university and get a refund for tuition and accommodation fees, is a key aspect of this secluded university life. However, the individual outlined certain prerequisites for this lifestyle: a high school education with a decent academic ability to secure university admission, and some savings to ensure a comfortable stay. The post generated significant online commentary, with netizens admiring the creativity in saving money. University dorms, being much cheaper than regular rental, significantly reduce annual living costs, as do the affordable university cafeterias compared to external food options. Some people express exhaustion from work-life pressures, considering a year's savings sufficient to afford a period of secluded university living, an appealing alternative to their current lifestyle. Lying flat or opting out of the workforce often reflects the resignation of the unemployed. While many would prefer fulfilling employment, the reality of joblessness has led some to pretend they're still employed to avoid worrying their families. Pretending to go to work involves maintaining the facade of employment after being laid off, leaving home daily as if going to work, but spending the day in libraries or cafes, hiding the reality of their situation. Starting this year, major companies like Tencent, Alibaba, and Baidu have been laying off staff, affecting middle-aged and younger employees who struggle to remain unaffected by these cuts. Observant individuals note that many middle-aged people unemployed or facing unemployment are occupying Starbucks seeking job opportunities. A man visibly upset remarked on the difficulties faced by his generation born in the 1980s. He observed that Starbucks is filled with unemployed middle-aged individuals, many appearing to be working on laptops or iPads, but are job hunting, a situation he finds deeply distressing. Overwhelmed by emotions, he struggled to continue speaking. In a video, another man explained the reason Starbucks is filled with unemployed middle-aged men. They evolved from being pampered youngsters to becoming the main support of their families. Faced with responsibility towards both elderly parents and children, they must quickly recover from setbacks as their families depend on them. Starbucks, once the epitome of high-end business culture and a symbol of modest luxury, has transformed. People who used to work on their laptops behind its glass walls are now using the coffee shop as a temporary office, a condensed image of success. Today, the same demographic occupies Starbucks, but the context has shifted. Conversations have moved from discussing entrepreneurial ventures to unemployment benefits and social security, from working diligently to pretending to work.
Starbucks has become the last vestige of dignity for middle-aged unemployed people. On Mondays, it's packed with anxious, helpless, and confused middle-aged individuals, all pretending to work.
These people maintain a routine, occupying inconspicuous tables for hours, still dressed in their company-issued polo shirts for formal attire, with laptops opened but scarcely engaged. According to a netizen who pretend to work at Starbucks, this practice usually evolves through 3 stages, starting with purchasing a large Americano to simulate past work days. As unemployment extends, budget considerations lead to exploring group deals at Starbucks and finding ways to enjoy a cup more affordably. Eventually, they realize that even without buying anything, Starbucks stores remain open to them, leading to bringing their thermos for hot water refills. Xiao Hua, a financial analyst from Shenzhen laid off earlier this year, now spends her weekdays in Starbucks, using it as a coordinate for maintaining a regular life by ordering a matcha frappuccino and staying until late afternoon. People ask, how can someone unemployed afford to go to Starbucks? However, the formal white-collar worker without a steady income, Starbucks represents the best value for money. At Starbucks, the coffee beans are freshly ground and the serving sizes are sufficient to last half a day. While the taste might not be exceptional, it's consistent and reliable. After all, in a city where every inch of land is precious, it's challenging to find a place where one can comfortably sit for an entire day for just over 30 yuan. Xiaohua, facing unemployment, has not disclosed her situation to her family and friends, fearing their sympathetic inquiries during this low point in her life. She chooses to spend time alone at Starbucks to avoid any sudden onset of negative emotions. She has been actively job hunting, sending out over 600 resumes from her table at Starbucks, initially aiming for financial positions with lower salary expectations and later applying for entry-level jobs. Despite several interviews, she remains unemployed, facing issues like companies not offering standard benefits or preferring candidates who are married and without children. Before losing her job, Xiaohua had planned to buy a house and start a family in Shenzhen this year, but unemployed forced her to abandon these plans. Besides those seeking refuge in Starbucks, many unemployed individuals also turned to libraries as their sanctuary. A man in the video showcased the crowded scene at the Guangzhou Library during weekdays, a place familiar to many, now filled with unemployed individuals alongside those studying or accompanying children. They come to the library daily, much like going to work, similar to those sitting in Starbucks, reflecting the current state of unemployment in Guangzhou. Netizens on social media platforms have shared scenes from the Shenzhen Library. According to a December 25th report by the Wall Street Journal, China's unemployment rate remains high. Officially, data on youth unemployment rate for these aged 16 to 24 have been withheld, yet the unemployed population persists. Libraries across various regions have become sanctuaries for the jobless, where they spend time reading, rest, and evade inquiries from relatives and friends. The report cited a 35-year-old woman from Guangzhou who previously worked in risk control at Alibaba. Since leaving her job in October, she has been spending her workdays at a Guangzhou library, reading, resting, and applying for jobs. After dinner, she returns home to her daughter, husband, and in-laws, maintaining the pretense of still being employed. Although her husband is aware of her unemployment, they have kept it secret from their in-laws to avoid their insistence of her staying home to have a second child. Mr. Huang from Shanghai, 33-year-old, has been visiting the glamorous Pudong Library in Shanghai daily since his unemployment this summer. Besides preparing resumes, he shares his anxiety on social networks and records in his diary how he conceals his joblessness from his internet-averse parents to prevent them from worrying. Mr. Huang noted that the Japanese people used to spend entire days in parks during Japan's economic downturn, saying, "Now I find myself in a similar situation and going to the library seems a natural choice." Despite official statistics released on December 15 showing a national urban unemployment rate of 5% in November, the lowest since December 2021, economists believe this figure underestimates the challenges in the job market. The reason is that most of China's rural population is not included in the survey, and the number doesn't reflect those who recently lost full-time jobs, as anyone working over an hour a week is counted as employed. The Director of International Economics at the Council of Foreign Relations, Ben Steyer, told Voice of America that youth unemployment is closely related to many existing problems in China's economy. He stressed that unless China begins to address youth unemployment, the country's demographic challenges will become more severe, as new generations of university graduates will be unable to marry and start families due to financial constraints. Stahl expressed concerns that the social stability that the Chinese government focused so much on might be unraveling. He said, "You'll see a generation increasingly filled with discontent and resentment. They will no longer tolerate authoritarianism because it no longer delivers the outcomes they desire. This could create considerable political unrest within China and would certainly damage social cohesion."